Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the Harmonious Frequencies of the Mighty Empire of Onion, and this is Rimworld. Well, I took Trinka, and after he had reached the food limit that I had set for production, he had started making some pemmican, so I lowered his priority for cooking to raise his priority in mining so that we could start finishing off some of the other bedrooms. Unfortunately, Pyrrha died not too long ago, and so yeah, we are down to 4 colonists once again. That's fine in a way, except that Pyrrha was our primary constructor, so I've had to shift cost priorities over to construction now. We were attacked by a whole pack of rats, Madden Manhunters. I think it was something like 17 or 18 of them came to destroy us, but we suffered very minimal injuries, and now, as we come into the game, we are encountering our first mechanoid. Yeah. I bet 30 gold pieces that it's a Scyther. Ta-da! So if you took that bet, you totally owe me. Send over one of your colonists with 30 gold pieces, and I will happily accept it for my own. Grill, I think, is going to be pretty key in our defense here. It's always a terrible idea to go melee against these guys, but with his shield belt, I can have him run out close to this guy, distract him so that he's trying to target Grill with ranged attacks, and I can shoot at the guy with my other people. I call it a guy, even though it's clearly a mechanoid and not a guy. Wait a second, it's shooting at the chickens? It is. It's trying to hunt down my chickens. Cruel and senseless beast. Okay, well we simply can't have that. I can't believe it's actually trying to do that. It's pretty crazy. Alright, thankfully the chicken is very small, and it's laying down. So the guy has very small chance of being successful in his attacks there. That's good. Let's see how this works out here. I imagine once we get into sight, he's going to take aim at Grill instead. But I don't know for sure. I'm still going to hide him behind the tree, give him extra cover. Sally, of course, can move up. Okay, he shifted his attention to Sally, which is troublesome. Alright. Aha! No problem at all. And it's instantly dead, so we don't have the chance to operate on it. Take apart its blades or anything like that, so that's fine. Oh, taking potatoes? Yeah, that's for animal stuff. Okay, he's mined away this area here. I think that this is going to be a good place to put a turret. And to be totally honest, I think this is a good secondary place for one. Alpaca hide, camel hair. Just as good. course, we are going to need some electric cable coming up close to here. I don't know if running it inside the garden area is going to ruin our crops. It looks like we could just plant over it, so it shouldn't be a problem. Let's run this up here, and that ought to be close enough to connect. If not, we can just run it up a couple of points there. Okay, got our first turret here. Doesn't have to be turned on for right now. And now that this is built, whenever this is built, it should automatically connect to there. Oh, he's bringing that camel hair down already. That's a good pig. And it looks like there's still eggs. Yeah, there's fertilized chicken eggs inside the base here. Our chicken numbers are growing slightly, which is pretty good. Let's get that fire put out as quickly as possible. We've seen what happens. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind having the eggs laying around everywhere. That's pretty good. And we do have a few baby boars as well, and that's also pretty good because they are getting taught to haul things rather quickly. That is very good, to be honest. Okay, we have a group of travelers passing by. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to end right here. The compacted steel. We can also always still expand this area for whatever necessary purpose that we find in the future. I'm going to turn that off. Anybody? We can turn this off for the time being as well. Save a little bit of electricity until we can store some up. Get our cooler running again. We're down to one more meal, so I may have to shift Tranka back over to cooking. Try to get all of those hauled. We may not have much room left, so let's go ahead and expand this dumping stockpile. Actually, we could replace this one. I think we will. Except I don't want it to have corpses in here, just stone chunks. Corpses can stay being placed out in this area because they will eventually deteriorate. And I'll set this to preferred. Excellent. Okay, we're up to 9 meals, so we are catching back up again. Looks like a lot of the eggs have been moved in, which, here they are, 13. I don't know if it takes 10 eggs to make one meal. That seems pretty intense. I mean, I could probably eat 10 eggs in one sitting if I wanted to, but not likely to happen. I'm kind of glad that the eggs start out forbidden, because then when I find them, I can unforbid them. They're easier to see with the big red X's on them. At the same time, they are pretty prone to spoil in that case. Gorilla's still working on the Mega Sloth, I'm sure. Glad to have a pretty decent rapport built up with him by now. It looks like some of the pigs are following him. They certainly are. But I do not want that to be the case. I want them to wander freely. Of course, we do need these floors smoothed out to sort of improve the aesthetics of the place. I think all of these have already been done. It looks like they have. Got a couple in here as well. Koth is going to have a good time of that, I'm sure. It looks like Trinka is once again sticking with the cooking even after he's made all the meals, which is fine. I have the pemmican bill set for do forever, and that's why he always resorts to doing that after he's finished with the meals. The whole point of that is just so that we have plenty of food laid up in case of emergencies. I have to say, is never a bad idea. Okay, so I haven't quite decided here. Because of the size of this room, I could easily deconstruct this back wall and just continue mining out this entire area. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So if I just take this entire wall out, then I should be able to mine this, say down to here or so. This included. And then be sure to build this as a wall as we go. This as well. And then of course, smooth floors here. And this corner piece built in as well. I was correct in assuming that this was only going to be that 3 patch, which is fine. I don't have any problem with that being there and this door being here. That's all good. I could haul these out and then fill that in as a wall. I just leave that as an empty airspace behind the wall. None of that bothers me, so it's a possibility for the future. But leaving it there is fine. If I do turn this into a bedroom, though, I don't want there to be walkways through here to reach other rooms, because then whoever's sleeping in here will be disturbed for whatever reason the other colonists are seeing fit to walk through. But we can now reinstall this bed in here. Reinstall this bed in here, and hopefully I'll be able to get this stockpile moved to a new spot. See if we can work on these corner pieces so that we can keep the wall coming in as we go. I feel like we're going to start building up slate blocks soon, but I also feel like with the way I have the bills set up, they're probably going to continue cutting granite blocks, even though we have plenty for right now. I may need... Oh, Sally's in in such a weird place. That's probably not good. The beauty here is probably abysmal. It's ugly, yeah. Cleanliness is clean, though. Somewhat poor wealth. Somewhat spacious space. Good. Get a little bit of dirt in that area. Unsmooth floors in there. Place is clean. Somewhat spacious, pretty clean. Somewhat impressive, that's good. Same with this one. So it's good to have those nice beds, or nice bedrooms, I should say. Somewhat rich, very spacious, neutral, beauty. That's from dirt, I guess. It is a dirty place. But there is a possibility that I could just shove this stockpile down in this corner area for a short time. That would certainly be preferable to leaving it where it is. So let's copy the settings there. And we'll put down the stockpile zone here. For right now. Paste the settings there. And then I can just automatically delete this one. So they can start moving stuff back and forth. And I'm not going to leave it here. I'll move it down in this area, the lower part, once we get there. Down to 9 meals again, so let's bring Trinka back up on the cooking. Make sure that that's getting accomplished in a reasonable manner. Looks like we might be starting to get low on raw foods. 75 meat available. Why do I feel like the animals are still eating these? I might be wrong. Koth might have come out and harvested some of them. I just don't see the raw vegetables being in this area here. Oh, someone's developed a luciferium addiction. Chick 3? Chick 3, what are you doing eating drugs? You're a chicken. Oh man. That's pretty serious. We're gonna have to put him into chick rehab. Oh, the shield belt. I think I might have to force Grill to wear that in the future. Trinka is going to pull a whoever it was before that would only come and grab 1 or 2 items at a time. Now, unfortunately, I can't convince him to haul all of them because he refuses to haul things. Koth is getting some more of the heal roots. It must be wild animals that are eating the crops here. So like, that's one of our pigs, that's one of our pigs. This raccoon probably needs to go. These rats probably could go. These eggs should be carried in to be et. I'll bet that fertilized eggs aren't in the simple meal bill. Let's find out. Animal products, unfertilized, fertilized. Yep. We'll accept all of those things. And Trinka is digging again because cooking, yeah, should be decreased here. There we go. Sally does haul. Okay, I'll let her train the pig first, cleaning dirt. Go ahead and haul these potatoes if you would. Koth is doing a plant. Go ahead and hunt this turkey. There we go. Hunting this raccoon. There we go. Okay. Now I should probably build copies of these in here and in here to increase the loveliness of these places. Trinka, what were you doing running around all the time instead of doing your work? Oh, okay. He was making room for the animal beds here, which is pretty good. Do we have the materials for those? Not really. Grill has been pretty busy making clothes. A villager named Diver has arrived and is joining the colony as a mercenary leader. Is he a holy diver? Hope so. Shooting and melee, social passion, not particularly skilled, but decent. He has a passion for construction, even though he doesn't have very good skill. Mining and crafting, all of these are good. Pyromaniac is not very fun. Chemical interest is a little bit concerning. Staggeringly ugly. His face looks like a cross between a drawing by an untalented child, a malformed fetus in a jar of formaldehyde, and a piece of modern art. Wow. Poor guy. Incapable of carrying, artistic, cooking, or firefighting. Which means he can haul, so that's good. And clean. But cleaning will always be a 1 for everybody. I guess his crafting will be up on a 2. Construction and mining will probably go for a 1 on those. Growing he can do. Plant cutting, probably a 2 for that as well. Handling, flicking, and the rest is fine. Good. That's really good, actually. Of course, we need to get him a place to stay. Poor, shoddy, awful, poor, shoddy, poor, awful. I'll probably just deconstruct this bed and then just build an entirely different bed right there. How's it going, Diver? Welcome to the colony. Let's see, that's pants, and that's a hat. Yeah, we need to up that before Grill decides to make another pair of pants. Alright, Diver is constructing that, even though he's really bad at it. Hopefully we can come up with some good stuff for him to do. Oh, it's a poor quality pot, so it's probably not very attractive. Quality poor. I don't see a beauty description for it, and I won't be able to tell with that silver sitting on top of it right now. Okay, what is this one? 4 as well. It's still, I guess, a neutral beauty, because the floor beneath it is the 3. That's something I didn't realize, and then it gets a huge boost if there's something planted in it. So that's good to know, though. That means I can't be worried about him building those things, because it's not going to affect the beauty of a place. Same with walls. That doesn't really matter for them to build. Okay, hopefully we can get that filled in easily enough. And then floors again. Still need smooth floors along here. Yes, this one too, because this is going to be the back wall. It worries me that the way that he's digging. And I hope that construction is done on this corner piece pretty quickly. I was thinking Koth would be on top of that, but he's busy planting this hay grass, which is good. That needed to be done quite a while back, so that the animals have something to munch on. Franka is such a good builder, though, or digger, I should say. I may need to have him come over here until these walls are built, just so that I'm not as worried about how it's going. He digs so fast, I'm pretty sure if he dug out this corner over here, we'd have some collapse in the center of this area. Because I think this is about the limit for the size that it can be. He already done with that whole area? He is. Wow. He's very quick. For sure. And it looks like we can make one more deer hide animal bed, which I will do right away. That's all That's all the more that we have skin available for at the moment. But that's pretty good. We're making a lot of progress. I guess I could continue this hallway and build one more room over here or down here for Diver. And I'm seriously thinking about turning this area into a permanent stockpile rather than shoving everything down in this bottom area. Though there's nothing wrong with that. So that could certainly wait for a while. While the bedroom probably needs to be completed post-haste before he gets upset. Oh, it's a poor quality wooden bed. So I might have to deconstruct one of these shoddy ones, replace it with that, and just build another bed until we get at least a normal, if not a good quality one. Yeah. We're going to work on that next time though, so if you want to catch that episode, be sure to subscribe. Consider supporting if you would. And feel free to check out any of my other videos or playlists that you might be interested in. I thank you very much for all the time you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.